Hood life shit. Gotta feel that.
Was gonna get on this joint talking all that game.
These rap niggas dicky and they don't know which side to choose.
Philly.
Yo, they try to get your publishing. You smart for not taking that joint.
It definitely been heating up in the city.
Nigga said he gonna come get this shit, man. Nigga said he gonna come get this. Niggas know what them NR niggas about. We stand on business, big business.
Ain't nobody in the dream chaser stamped enough to stop none
I
of
felt
that
like,
shit.
alright, Meek not fucking with the city.
I heard Nicky fucks you with a strap on. Nigga, you old pussy, put a pad on. We gonna dodge this shit, man. Bloody diamonds for real, you hear me? 18th and Catherine? Where the fuck is that at? Who the fuck be on 18th and Catherine? Welcome to the South Side, nigga. You know what we doing. You know that you gotta pay T-fee. Nigga, South Philly niggas in the divisional side.
You be in fucking West Philly. Stay in South Philadelphia. That man stay in South Philadelphia. Stop it. Now, I don't want to never hear nobody, all these motherfuckers talking shit. I don't want to never hear a motherfucker pray for times like this, to rhyme like this. I don't want to never see another nigga hold up or wait a minute if y'all gonna be thinking like this.
Shit just backfire on a nigga.
How you wind up all the way over there signing niggas?
God. O'Malley was gonna get on this joint talking all that game.
From Berg Street. Berg Street is the zoo. Like, what was you talking about?
With them nappy braids that lot.
Now you banned from North, nigga.
I ain't.
Big zoo number.
Hood life shit. Gotta feel that.
Philly. Hey man, so y'all been seeing like I've been seeing, shit definitely been heating up in the city from a lot of different angles. You know what I'm saying? We gonna jump right into it. This is another episode of Beef Explained. So the beef between Meek Mill, PoundSide, Pop, young up and coming artist from Philly, from North Philly to be exact. Most of y'all probably know him from his hit song a couple years ago was on some Shit Boy.
Shit boy, got that thing up on my head, boy.
Definitely a big record. Recently, Meek and PoundSide Pop been going back and forth on Instagram and shit like that. Had a few words. Take it back from the start as far as explaining how we even got to this point before we get into it. PoundSide Pop, like I said, young artist from North Philly. Got like a wave around like 2016, 2017. Pretty much started rapping from the loss of his homie. One of his homies named Sadi was killed. And this kind of all plays into the story a little bit as far as what's going on today. A nice respectable name in the city like that. And it's crazy because him and Meek actually got a relationship. Like
Philly shit right now, this is a young nigga I fuck with from Philly. We're in Philly tonight, you hear the stage, you rockin' with us. Make some noise for PoundSide Pop in this bitch.
Meek shouted him out plenty of times, quoted his bars. You know, he performed at the Dion Waiters joint with Meek. Meek rung him to Philly, made it America. So it was like, it's crazy to see like, you know, guys that was cool and that was like kind of his young boy to now them two just going at it a little bit. I kind of felt like something like this was going to come about. A while ago, Meek posted some shit on Twitter and was like, pick a side. Pretty soon, everybody will have to pick a side. I kind of took that as like, I really thought he was talking about like the Vaughn situation, you know, rest in peace to Vaughn and shit like that. Because I'm like, damn, like, you know, that's a heavy statement, bro. And you were powerful as far as voice that come from the city in general. So, you know, people take your words literally. Meek put up a post saying, I'll give all the main big artists in Philly a deal if they put them bodies behind them and squash the beef. I heard a lot of people took this in different ways. You had some people who was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, real OG shit. That's, you know, you in a new light. You in a CEO, you trying to squash the beef. So a lot of people was with it. You also had a number of people who said, well, Meek, you basically dry snitching and shit like that. And Dirt signed Vaughn, and Vaughn was out in the streets, and he was kind of getting it from both sides as far as people agreeing with him and the streets, and some other people was like, well, bro, like, fuck all that shit. We ain't trying to hear that, you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to hear that squash the beef shit. All right, so basically, next tweet was, it's just an idea I've been pushing with my city to make it. It's like 5 clicks that's talented, but they deep in. And they got the most attention when they beefing, which is true, you feel me? Like, it's the same shit with Chicago. Everybody tuning into Chicago because we see them niggas really dying out there and shit like that. Where it's like, motherfuckers not even just focus on just the music. It's like the culture in general. It's like, this guy beefing, that guy beefing, and one of them guys died. And it's like, you feel me? Motherfuckers like saying that type of wicked shit though, but you know, back to the subject. And then he said, when I say bodies, I mean friends and family they lost. So I definitely understand what people saying where it's like, bro, you kinda, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know what that mean, and what's understood ain't gotta be explained right there and shit. So I agree with the people. Now from that, PoundSide commented and said, you pick a side. Is you Zoo or not, nigga? What he's speaking about right there is earlier on during the year, shouting guys out. He be showing guys love once in a while when he, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say once in a while, but you know, when things is right, timing is right, whatever the mood is right, he'll shout guys out.
He was tweeting about ZooGang earlier this year.
Stories or lives and just little shit like that. So he was shouting ZooGang out heavy as far as giving them the support and shit like that early on. You see, shouting them out, saying that they from Philly, the young boys from his hood, they up and coming talent, so and so. The scenes, I guess they kind of took that as far as like Meek is ZooGang, you feel me? Because ZooGang is supposed to be Burke Street. ZooGang and that whole area right there between, you know, like North, Burks, Diamond and shit like that. That's supposed to be ZooGang, you know what I'm saying? So Meek was definitely showing them love early on. He was shouting them out and shit like that, you know, giving them, boosting them up, giving them a platform. They started going back and forth on Instagram. The shit went from Twitter to Instagram, you feel me? By Fat G's comment on here. You got a lot of Philly guys that's commenting on this joint and shit like that, and guys that's from the area and that's involved in shit. So Meek commented, I ain't picking no sides, nigga. It's 18th Street. You letting that walk hit your head hard, fam. 18th Street, what is that? A lot of people don't really know what 18th Street is. If you're not like a real Meek fan or somebody that been watching this shit or from Philly, 18th Street is a block in Philly now. He might be talking about 218th Street because he lived up north on 18th and Burns.
Right now we at him. We're on 18th and Burns, pulling live. I know this is a college little neighborhood now, but it's my mom's old block.
Believe in South Philly, he always repped the 18th and like Catherine and shit like that, like posted by the Green Gates. If y'all remember that, this is like a classic freestyle on Headshot.
Raised that. South Philly, I played that. Wherever I'm around, I hold it down like a wave cat. Get my nigga C-strap, blazing, I'm a blaze back. All over there, you can get your motherfucking egg crack. North side of Bird Street, south side of Egg Ball. By the Green Gate, cops come straight on him.
He talking about 18th and Catherine. That was a block that his grandma, I believe, lived on. And he spent a lot of time down there. You know, like he made his bones down South Philly for real as far as developing himself as an artist, you know, jumping off the step in the streets and little shit like that. So 18th Street definitely holds something special to me, you know what I'm saying? Common to 18th and Catherine. Now, I do feel like you boss status, you feel me? On that situation, I feel like he don't even gotta, because we already know what it is, you feel me? I'm gonna speak on somebody that was on Johnny Mac Live, the boy Poe, he was ramming, but he said some real shit a couple times where he was like, nigga, like, you an OG, bro. You know what I'm saying? You boss status. You shouldn't even let that little nigga play with you talking about pick a side. Because everybody, you already know, Meek always repped South Philly, North Philly, South Philly. He always, because you are, you know what I'm saying? It's like you got the best of both worlds. So I do agree with Old Head when he was saying, like, Meek, you shouldn't let Young Boy play with you because, like I said, Meek got a powerful voice. So it's like when you pick a side, even if you don't even intend to, you can offend the other side just because motherfuckers might not be like, well, damn, nigga, you talk about 18th and Catherine. What about Burke Street? What about North, nigga? You been rapping North and South Philly might feel the same way, vice versa. So I do feel like in that situation, you know what I'm saying, Meek shouldn't even comment, but I do understand why he commented, bro. Because you gotta understand, this ain't like the Quilly situation, you feel me? Like, if you peep and pay attention when Quilly was going on rant, he didn't say shit, he didn't comment on Quilly shit. He ain't do none of that shit because him and Quilly beef is not like real beef. That's like internet rapper shit. Quilly had been trolling Meek and they been going back and forth since 10 years. So he know what Quilly want. On that situation, you peep, he never responded to Quilly. But I feel like during this shit was a little personal for real. It's like fuck the rap shit. It's like your young boy, you feel me? Like, it don't matter how pop he was, whatever, motherfuckers is still human. So it's like the reason he responded to this situation, not the Quilly situation, is because this was a little more personal. Like him and PoundSide had a relationship. So me commented, I'm from 18th. Well, he commented, I'm staying on 18th for Catherine. Everybody got my number too. These young boys be losing y'all mind off them drugs. You feel me? I ain't no fucking ZooGang nigga. So Meek was, he definitely was commenting as far as on the Instagram shit like that, and that might have helped or took away. Just PoundSide, I say he's definitely a popular young boy in Philly. You know, he got his own group, his own support system as far as, you know, and he come from a different generation than Meek. So A lot of the popular young boys, they kind of all clicked up. They all cool, especially the ones that's from North, because they all grew up together. They all from the same area and shit like that. So when this happened, I ain't gonna hold you. Diamond Street King definitely popped in my mind. Not to put him in the middle of the situation, but it's like he was also signed to Dream Chasers as far as, and I don't know if as far as a management deal, as far as a label deal, but I do know he was on the Dream Chasers playlist, and he rocking a DC chain, and everybody know like Diamond Street King was definitely a dream chaser. Like I said, all these was his young boys. This shit is personal. This shit ain't really just about no rap shit. You feel me? This like real Philly shit. Like, you feel me? Like behind the scenes shit that's going on. Diamond Street King spoke up about situation, even though everybody was applying pressure to him, saying, "Oh, well, who you rocking with?" Shit like that. He went live and spoke about a couple things. We even had Fat G's going there, speaking his 1-2 shit like that. Like I said, all these young boys is cool. They all from the same area. Meek kind of put all of them under his wing. This is where shit really started like turn up and go left. Like I said, Meek is a superstar, boss like status. So it's like, anything you do is going to be looked at to the 10th. You feel me? So even with him going back and forth with PoundSide in the DM, like little shit like that, I just feel like he kind of too big for it. But at the same time, I understand why. Because again, we ain't talking about just niggas that's rap homies. We talking about like real shit. You talking about real, you know what I'm saying, North Philly shit. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't just no rappers. It's not like, you feel me, no rap fake beef. This shit is like real. Like niggas really feel some type of ways. Like niggas really lost their lives over shit. Niggas got killed. Niggas homies got killed. Blood done got spilled over this shit. So it ain't just no internet rap shit for everybody saying like, why Meek even respond to young real Philly shit. You know what I'm saying? But Meek and PoundSide was going back and forth in the DM for whatever reason and shit like that. And Meek said some shit like, go get your watch back. PoundSide pop real beef stems from a few different reasons for world. On one hand, it was saying that PoundSide, what she said on live, he said that Meek offered him $20K for basically a deal, a signing deal. It was funny.
$20,000. What the fuck I'm gonna do with it, dog? What the fuck I'm gonna do with it, dog?
Some people saying it was a recording deal for an EP. Some people saying it was like an official deal, but supposedly Meek offered him a $20K deal, this bullshit 360 deal that a lot of artists, damn near every artist get, especially if you're not like artists. But he still, as far as like developing his own fan base, and as Philly culture is, you know, motherfuckers that get like a local buzz, or motherfuckers that get a nice buzz, and it's different like other cities and states. It's niggas that's making money, that's popping, that you never heard of. It's niggas with 100,000 followers in every city and every state that we never heard of. So I feel like we kind of feel like we just the only rappers out here and shit like that, when we gotta work 10 times hard because Philly kind of in a smaller market. But that's a whole nother video. Back to what we was talking about. But the real reason PoundSide actually put up like a video saying basically Meek was an op lover, and he was quoting a song called Op Lovers and shit, was Meek supposedly was backing or posted, supported niggas that had something to do with PoundSide getting his watch took, or the niggas that took his watch and things like that. Meek supported PoundSide ops. Now, like I said, bro, everybody got their own perspective. This shit, how a motherfucker feel about this shit. Now, you can look at it like on some street shit where it's like, and that's my man, and if you fucking with PoundSide, then automatically them niggas your ops. Or like you can look at it, it's like, I don't want to say like a grown man, but yeah, like on some grown man business perspective and shit, because there's always different perspectives to situations. It's necessarily not so much of a right or wrong, but in my opinion, it just be different perspectives. Looking at it from Meek perspective, Meek might be on the tip like he don't got no ops. You feel me? Like your ops is not necessarily his ops, because y'all not like day one homies and shit. Y'all more so like a business relationship. You his young boy, y'all cool, y'all from the same hood. But at the end of the day, it's still business. It's still an artist and label or whatever situation like that. Where as far as Beans, not to throw shots at Beans, but Beans kind of made it hard for Philly as far as getting on in them labels and them suits through the door, giving us money, because they kind of scared the Philly artists. Like when I go to other cities and I talk to these guys in suits and these label reps, I asked them, like, what's your perspective of Philly? What do you think is holding our city back? A lot of them be like, not necessarily music, it's the other shit. Philly guys like to get high, business structure isn't right. And then they say, one thing they always say is like, Philly guys be really in the streets. They not just rapping about the things that they talking about, they actually living this shit. So they look at us as a liability, you feel me? They rather give some little suburban kid that's singing and dancing some money than somebody that's really out here in the streets. Like, they give you some money, you fuck around, go buy some guns and some work and turn this shit up. So I feel like that's what Meek was probably trying to tell young boys, like, listen, I can get y'all some money, but y'all gotta chill, you feel me? Like, even if you see what's going on in Chicago, them niggas popping out there, a lot of niggas got views, but it's not a lot of niggas that's getting deals and niggas that's getting show money because, you know what I'm saying, they scared of that shit, bro. They not going to try to put no money in no gangster niggas' hands, bro. Meek is like the last street rapper or gangster rapper because that's a whole different video. They pushing the music industry to a whole different direction, but that's a whole different, let's get back on subject. Meek was supporting PoundSide ops, and so PoundSide, which, you know, I can understand, you know, he wasn't feeling that. That's when he commented, basically, nigga, you gotta pick a side, is you Zoo or not, you feel me? Because it's like, you saying you fuck with me, but you also fucking with them, so what's up? From there, it was definitely like, that's when PoundSide went live and he started hitting the lid on live, talking a little shit here and there, and all the blogs picked it up. You going at one of the top artists in the game, motherfuckers is love controversy, especially coming from Philly. Vlad titled it Meek Mill banned from Philly, and all the media places pretty much titled it Meek Mill banned from Philly. With that statement, you know, you got the internet going crazy right now. You got all these different media companies printing out their own stories and topic. I even just got a phone call and a YouTube interview from shout out to Urban Politicians from out Houston, Texas. He hit me up and said, bro, what's going on out there? They wanted to tap in because you gotta understand, you got the world looking right now at Philly. Back to the beef. So it's a lot of different, like, bro, it's some shit I'm not gonna speak about just because there's some real street shit behind this shit, and not necessarily between Meek and PoundSide, but the associates and niggas that's close to PoundSide and just the young boys that's coming from both sides. It's some real street beef going on behind this shit as far as like bloodshed. Like I said, I'm not here to promote no beef. I'm only speaking about things that's public information that's already been put out there for the media because these is artists, and as an artist, you're a public figure. So some of this shit I'm not gonna speak about just because it ain't no rap shit, you feel me?
Not from North, bro.
So
what is wrong with this bull?
His op must have like shot a video or some shit like that, whereas though they supposedly wearing the watch that they got off of him. Now I ain't sure how true that is. I'm just outside was going at Meek and shit. You got other people that was jumping in this shit. You even got niggas like She Jordan. Y'all know who She Jordan is. He popular ball player from Philly. He played like D1 at St. John's, I believe. He basically he was a prospect. He had an opportunity. He should have went to the league, but just through legal situations, it actually is crazy because Meek even shouted Sheed out in the song as far as my young boy Sheed supposed to go to the league.
My young boy Sheed was supposed to go to the league. Started popping on them P's, running around with the fleas. All them A's and them B's start to turn into C's. Go from crossing niggas over into running from D's.
G Jordan kind of took PoundSide's side during this situation, you know, commenting things like that. So I don't know, man. Like, is this the fall of Meek? Is this the end of Meek Mill's reign as far as Philly being that bull? Because a lot of North Philly, like a lot of people from North, they kind of took that 18th Street comment. They took that to the heart. They kind of took that, like, you feel me, as a diss. But it's like, if you fuck with Meek, or if you've been following Meek before he got on, you will always know that Meek always rep South Philly, North Philly. You feel me? That's why all his homies in his camp is like mixture of niggas from South Philly and North Philly. Because truthfully, South Philly and North Philly like the most compatible niggas in the city as far as like, if you from Philly, you know what I'm saying, bro. Every part of the city got their own culture, their own handshakes, the way they talk. So North Philly and South Philly niggas is kind of like the same way in a bit, whereas though we the closest compared, you know what I'm saying? But back to the beef.
This shit gon' be easy.
PoundSide Live, he started quoting AR.
You gotta pay weekly.
He started mentioning Teefy again.
You know
Free Teefy, by the way, man.
Teefy
booked right now. He in the feds.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy, Teefy Pay, bitch. You already know, Candace. You mean? Everybody knows what it is. I'll be right back in a minute, man. You already know. Keep listening what it do.
Right now, while he, you know what I'm saying, while he doing his time and his little sit down, he be back out. But you got PoundSide going live quoting AR ad. You know, AR ad he dropped a crazy diss versus. Then you got Quilly. Alright, now Quilly, you already know Quilly is smart. I say he's smart as far as knowing how to keep himself relevant, knowing when to attack and when to disappear and shit. So Quilly, you already know he's something going on with me. He popping right up. So Quilly went live, and I ain't gonna hold you. It was funny as shit. Like Quilly, bro. Some motherfuckers think I be hating on Quilly and all that shit, bro. No, I fuck with Quilly. He from Philly. He's a legend in the city. I just don't like how he acted towards the interview I did, and then when I was supposed to do an interview with him, he kind of did some shit I wasn't really fucking with. I wasn't standing on, and then like, that's all. I fuck with Quilly. You feel me? Quilly's he hot as shit, but this live was funny as shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like Quilly touched on a lot of different topics.
That nigga said 18 from Catherine. There's only 5 that got the body
situations. He gave us perspective. The shit had like 8,000 motherfuckers tuned in. Like, so, like I said, the world is watching, bro. The world is watching. They locked in on Philly. It's about what we gonna do with the ball. So Quilly went back and forth. Quilly and PoundSide went live for a second just to bid on shit like that. Now it's like, I feel like motherfuckers kind of like teaming up. It's like your enemy is my friend situation, which I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I just feel like Quilly just gonna take advantage of the opportunities and the situations. During all this situation, Meek actually deactivated his gram, and you know that could be for a couple reasons. Some type of way, or a lot of people had an opinion after Meek deactivated his page and shit like that. Some people was like, oh, he letting beef get to him and the internet and this and that, you know. But what I think it was, I really think it was because he dropping a project Friday. Like, this is not the first time Meek deactivated his shit when he was like about to drop some work. You know, it was like, as a creator, sometimes you just want to lock in a little different. Some guys just want to be zoned out, focus on nothing but that. No phones, no nothing, focus just on the music. Or it might just be because somebody might have took the advice and somebody said, bro, just get off social media, stop going back and forth with the young boys, you're not really gonna win. You know, something also Meek did as far as when he was going back and forth from PoundSide, he started to show a lot of other artists love in the city, and by reposting artists and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, like he shout out SS Rico, Osama, the young boy Pierre from South Philly, new up and coming young boy. He definitely got some fire. It was a lot of young boys that he started throwing up and shit like that as far as in the city, basically saying like, nigga, you got a lot of people from North Philly not feeling what he said. You got a lot of young niggas and old niggas that's just, you feel me, they stand where they stand, they feel how they feel, and they kind of want some answers and shit like that. I also want to know, do you feel like Meek owe Philly? Like, does Meek owe the city of Philadelphia? You feel me? Does he have to put niggas on and shit like that? Or is it okay for him to sign people from outside of Philly? You feel me? At the same time, business is business. So